Hiya, welcome to the Emma Chisit channel. I'm John. I am the guy who has decided to become a drag queen at age 52. And straight guy at that. Although I was recently by one of the biggest drag queens here in Berlin recently called me her favorite queer straight man. So I really appreciated that. That was because I've always had an affinity, well, for queer culture, and honestly, and this may sound disingenuous and a little silly, but I've always kind of wanted to be gay, except that I'm not turned on by men. And it's not, that may sound like I don't have any idea of the hardships and problems and issues that gay people have to deal with, and I think I do, but then again, you don't really know until you're in it, of course. But when I was 14 or 15, I think I was 14, my best friend, kind of my mentor at the time, he was a year older or something like that. He came out of the closet, kind of, not really, he didn't actually say, I am gay, but he was like being very, very camp and stuff. And we spent a week out at his parents' summer house, and he made a pass at me. A very sweet one. No, hey, do you wanna? And like, it was not my thing. And I think that kind of rooted it a little bit, because I really wanted to be able to reciprocate. I loved the guy. I thought he had showed me so much about music and art and stuff. He was, like I said, he was really my mentor in many ways. And so if I could have given that back to him, I would gladly have at that point. But unfortunately, it was just not in the cards. It was just not in me. So I think that's where that is rooted, is that I've always felt that, if I could choose to be gay, I probably would. But, and if I could choose to be a woman, would I don't know. That's another one of those, maybe, possibly. If I could just like snap my fingers and like, ba-boom, maybe. Yeah, probably. But, like I said, there's things that you don't know until you're in it. And even just a tiny little thing that I've noticed in trying to do my makeup is when you're sitting there and you're spending hours, or, well, for me, because it's taking me so long, concentrating on every detail of your face, it becomes a completely new thing. You start thinking about your appearance and your age in a way that you never have to if you're just a guy who never does makeup. And so now I understand why all these wrinkle creams and all these moisturizers and where all that comes from. Because you're sitting there and you're studying your every pore. And as a dude, you don't have, like, I've got a pimple on my nose right now. I swear to God, 6 months ago, I'd be like, yeah, whatever, I got a pimple on my nose. And now I'm all concerned. I'm like, I got a pimple on my nose, shit. Because it's like, oh, I'm gonna have to try and put, even though I'm still not going out in makeup. So that alone has been like a real learning experience. Like, I was aware of how the beauty and makeup industry preys on women's insecurities, but to really start delving into an insecurity like that yourself is very enlightening and scary, but at the same time, it really opens your eyes. And part of me is like, every guy should try that, just to get that feel for it. So yeah, here I am, pimple on my nose, talking to you anyway, and I'll try to put makeup on over it, and then we'll see at some point. I promise I will show a face, probably not one I've made myself. I probably have somebody else come in and beat me, somebody who really, because that's what they say if you're not familiar with drag terminology, is you beat your mug. That's what it's painting your face, well, is called. And so hopefully I will get somebody who is more of a professional, who knows this, to come in and do my face for me at some point, and then I will show it, but not until I feel comfortable with it. And that's the thing right now, is honestly, I have already gone past the threshold of would I like to go out and drag? Because I was scared of that. I will admit, I was worried about that. But it changed last Saturday. I was ready to go. I was going to go to a party some friends of mine had. I had another character worked out, which I called the Estro Gentleman, sort of a more with the beard and everything, so a bit more androgynous, or gender fuckery, if nothing else. And I was ready to go, except unfortunately my wife had to go to the hospital, so I had to like take all the makeup off and we had to go. She's fine now, but it was, at the time it was like, don't really know if this is something serious or not. Let's go to the hospital and check and make sure. So I've already kind of mentally crossed that hurdle of going out in drag, and I think I'm ready for it. However, I still want it to look good. So I'm planning on maybe going out in drag in a couple of days. We shall see. We'll see what happens. I'll report back. And oh yeah, because I was gonna have to post this earlier then. Otherwise it'll be after I did it, if I do it. Pre-recording videos is a mindfuck. But you know, this entire thing is a mindfuck, so why not? Until later.